And we are live. Sunday Night with Those Guys. And Sunday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by
those guys. Happy Sunday to you all. Happy Sunday. What's up, everybody? What's up, Herman? How are you?
Up, how you doing?
Jody, JC's flying. There's a few other guys in the chat also. Mr. J's
JC's flying. What's
Mr.
up?
Mr. J's RC left a $1.99, so I guess no refund. LOL. Have a good night, bro. He says at 5 p.m. he will be eating dinner, watching Christmas Vacation. Going to miss it. Can I get a refund? We appreciate you, Mr. J's RC, for the super chat.
Drone shots.
Okay, and I'd like to let you know that there's always a replay. What's up, Herman?
Same old. What's Mr. Was it JC flying? What he said he went to Cap? Not really.
Yes, yes. JC flying. He said he went to Cap at Erasmus High back in '63 and '64. And I was saying, well, shit, I was born in '63.
Oh, that's before my time.
Aviano, Rob C, what's good, man? How are you? I hope all is well with you. Good morning in Australia. Good. I'm gonna have the next time. I have the good morning.
What's up?
But what happened? Good morning, Sue and Rob over in Australia. Rob C, thank you very much for the $20 super chat, man. Very much appreciated. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa. I think tonight is the last night of Hanukkah, and I think that I don't know what night of Kwanzaa, but Happy Kwanzaa to those of you who observed. Happy everything to you guys. And for some reason, my logistics, I need to refresh the page, so I'm going to do that in a second.
What happened?
Okay, here we go. You know how you have the analytics to the stream? JSK, what's good? I couldn't see the analytics. It didn't start.
JSK, man, what's up? You know what I wanted to ask you, Lawrence? We were talking before about some giveaways and stuff like that, and Christmas, some stockings. You know what? I actually wanted to call it a stocking stuffer giveaway. You know, something, just a little something to stock your stuff in with that a drone pilot might need.
What's up? Just kicking it.
You know? So I was thinking about...
What are you talking about?
So I was thinking about a few things, like some SD card holders, some maybe some you know, some little range extenders just to keep the signal nice and clean.
Yeah. I'm sure guys could use range extenders.
You know, something like that. You know,
very good. Night Train, what's good, Mike?
So starting Wednesday, you know.
No, Jody, no Mavic 3. He goes, what, a Mavic 3? You know, Mavic 3?
No.
No. He tried.
No.
Nice try, Jody. Nice try, man.
You know what? You know what? I'm thinking, I'll see what happens.
So you're saying starting next Wednesday, we're going to start having giveaways up until Christmas? Because I think that I said that I'm giving away an FPV drone, one of my Crossfire FPV drones.
Well, I'm going to have a little something for everyone, you know, to get a shot at, you know, winning something. With the same wheel system you used before. You know, to choose something.
Oh, with the generator. Yes, leave a comment in a video, and it's got to be that particular comment. Okay, because I bookmarked that generator, contest generator.
Right.
So how the hell is everybody? What's up with you, Herman? In fact, I had fun last night, bro. Last night, if you guys look over my shoulder here, this is where Herman and I were last night. And he may have seen a UFO. But it's funny because
I don't know what it was.
Hold on. No, but it's funny because after we finished flying here, I was flying and Herman goes, "What was that?" So being that we're in Brooklyn, the first thing I did was look at the ground for rats. So I didn't see what he had. He said, well, they were all over, but where we were there, you would expect a rat to come because we were by warehouses.
Right.
We were right by warehouse. So he goes, "What's that?" And I go, "What's what?" And I turn around, look at the ground. I don't see anything. He says, "Something just flew." Could describe it, Herman.
Well, I don't know what the hell it looked like. I mean, it zipped by. It looked like it had a little light on it, and it just whizzed by and went around the corner of the building, and I didn't see it again.
No, JSK. He didn't say he's giving away an Air 2S. But now here's the funny part of the story. Why I'm getting to this about where we were flying
But
last
I
night.
might have something nice.
Right. See, we have some range extenders for you guys who have Airs and Air 2Ss, and
Anybody that has that type controller, I have something for you guys.
He's got something for you.
But anyway, winter's coming. I might have something, to keep your hands warm or something.
Yeah.
While you're out there flying, you got,
Jody says they're all over New York. But anyway, to get back to the story, so right around the corner from where we were flying in this picture, we get in the car and Herman drops me off at the train station.
Right.
Okay. Right. Now, I see that Mark Fisher went live.
Mm-hmm.
So I just missed a train. I look at the schedule. It says next train to where I'm going, 26 minutes. So now it's time to pull out the phone and occupy myself. So it says Mark Fisher went live. So I'm watching it. And Mark Fisher goes, "Yo, I stopped by this place. I saw this place. It was all lit up. And I said I wanted to go fly it. And I've always wanted to go fly it. And I drove past it." Right, at Spumoni's flying. And he went back. He went back to the spot to go catch the lights or whatever it was they were showing. It was some bridge that was totally lit up for Christmas. And he said at the same time, while he had his drone in the air, he saw what looked like to be 15 little lights go by him at a high rate of speed. And he didn't know what the hell it was. He tried to turn the camera up towards it. I'm like, wait a minute. Herman saw something fly by down here in New York. At that speed or whatever it was, I doubt very much Mark had seen the same thing, but there was shit in the air last night.
might have been a one lone bird or like a bat or something. I don't know.
A bird with a light on it. It had a light. You said it had a light, dude.
Listen, I don't know. Anything's possible.
This snowstorm here just had internet and TV drop on me. Could be a long night. I hope you at least the internet and the power stays on for you, brother.
Something whizzed by. I'm a man that wears glasses. That's all I'm gonna say.
He said, "What
I know something whizzed by."
Yeah, right. He said, "So what was that?" I turned and looked at the ground, and you were looking up like that. And I looked at you, and I'm like, "What did he see?" You said something went by about 40 feet in the air, correct?
Mm-hmm. Like 40, 50 feet.
Where we were flying, the tallest tree
was by and went around the building.
Well, I don't know what the hell it was, but hey, John, how are you? Welcome to the stream. But it's funny that Herman saw something in the air last night, and Mark Fisher saw something in the air last night, all the way up in Rhode Island. So, you're in Central Michigan. Oh man, it's storming over there right now.
Something's in the air.
In Central Michigan, but there's definitely a lot of shit in the air. We don't know what it is yet, but we're not going to make no speculations or anything. But tonight we're going to teach you guys something, and I'm not going to say it like Joshua Bard will, but I've always wanted to say it, so I'm going to do it anyway. Tonight you can learn something. Oh. That's his catchphrase, Herman. Okay. He does the intro to his video, and then he goes, "Today you're going to learn something." Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So I used it.
You're gonna learn you something today.
Yeah. You guys in the chat out there, you may learn something, you may not. I'm pretty sure you will. But we try to make it so that if we don't keep you abreast of the drone tech world and things that are going on, we at least try to bring stuff to keep you entertained. So you will definitely learn something tonight on this stream. Our last story. That one with the claws, Herman?
Yeah.
I just thought that was interesting. The Talons.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, I just thought that it was a weird story.
It's not weird, and it's totally not weird, and I can tell you why it's not weird.
Well, after I read the story,
if you wanted to get into it, I can tell you why it's not weird.
Well, not right now.
Okay.
No. No. So what's good? Asgard Studios. How's everyone out in the chat? Have you gotten a chance to fly? I know where Night Train is right now in Central Michigan. They're having a snowstorm. Marcel, how are you,
Oh,
sir? The Canadian crowd starting to come in. We have the Australian crowd, Rob and Sue over in Australia, probably having coffee and biscuits. Which, by the way, biscuits in Australia are cookies.
Right. You know
Because
what?
I sent you some biscuits, and I'm looking for biscuits. Then I realized it was the cookies.
Not just in Australia.
Blind Neil, how are you? Just kicking it. Yes, the drone is creepy, but very cool. If you're familiar with what the story we're gonna do, but Herman, let's get into this app.
I think
apps.
What?
Huh?
What?
Let's get into this app.
Which app?
That is this app Before You Fly.
Which app?
I said you guys are going to learn something tonight, so hopefully I will be able to show you guys some things. We here in New York City, and a lot of those guys, period, try to promote safe flying as best we can. There are a lot of groups that, hold on. The views and opinions tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everybody on the panel and or in the chat. Okay, now that I've got out the system, thank you, Blind Neil.
Now,
go ahead.
When you say safe, right? Safe how? Because some guys say I'm safe because I've never had an accident.
I understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Some guys judge safety based on that. No matter how many whoops, oh, damn, yo.
The butt clenching moment.
Right, no matter how many of those they had, I'm safe because nothing's ever happened.
Right. Well, I don't mean that safe. I mean safe in the sense that you will, after tonight, you'll learn so much. I hope you'll learn about this app called Before You Fly. We use it a lot here in New York City. It is one of the apps that is registered through Lance for being able to get access to fly, and they have a PC version, which I want to show you guys. Now, they have the app that I use quite often, and the reason you could say, why might I want to know before I fly if it's safe to fly there or not? Well, I'm going to pull up the window and I'll go into detail, and we'll take it from there. Now, this is the PC version. Go ahead, Herman.
That picture there behind you, that Air 2S shot you got there.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, you see? Not too bad.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Well, this is Before You Fly. This is the Before You Fly app. Right now, I have it set in the area for cleared for takeoff, and I wanted to show you guys a few things about this app because I use it on my phone. I've actually used it to get clearance where I'm flying. And if you don't know this map, these blue areas are airports. There's a 5-mile radius of airports, there's a 3-mile radius, and that's controlled airspace. And controlled airspace is the most important thing you have to know about, because no matter where you are in the United States, if you see areas like this red, if you click on it before you fly, the app on your phone or your PC, and I'm actually going to get authorization tonight to fly to show you how easy it is. This applies to FPV pilots and camera drone pilots. Download this app. If someone comes to you and says you're not supposed to be flying somewhere, you can show them you have authorization. I've done this with police before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here to Coney Island. Okay. Now, if you notice, first of all, it's outside of airspace, the blue area, regular airspace. This is what happens when you have no ceiling. Let's go to here, MCU, right here, Herman, behind the baseball field. If you notice
the parachute,
you're right, by the parachute, behind the baseball field. MCU Park is right here. If you notice this area where I clicked, there's a little park. This is Luna Park, the Wonder Wheel and all of that. But Steeplechase Park, it's just an area where people go. It's cleared for takeoff. And all you have to do, the same thing happens in Lance. I mean, same thing happens in the app. I click notify to fly, and it'll create and share an anonymous. This will be your area, that it will give you permission to fly for the next hour. I can click next, but I'm not going to do that because I want to show you what happens when you try to fly in registered airspace. That's why I'm moving to this blue area. Okay, we are still in Brooklyn. Okay, we're in Brooklyn here, and I'm going to take a little park. Let's say this little park right here. I'm going to click on it. Notify is not available in this controlled airspace. Oh, that's interesting. Huh, that's interesting. Let's try here. What the hell?
Right.
There's that. That's not what I wanted. Notify is not available in controlled airspace. Oh. I know what it is. I have to go back. I have to see. It still thinks that I'm trying to get notification. Now let's go back to this park here. I'm sorry. If I say we're in this park here, it says you are in controlled airspace. See details below. Okay, there is permissible altitude of 400 feet here. So in this park, you have the capability to get information to be able to fly. And all you do is click Lance, and it'll tell you to download a loft, of course, to your phone or whatever, and you will get clearance right there on the spot. Now, this is what your clearance looks like. Go ahead, and Herman.
It says it takes you to a download to a loft.
Only on your PC.
Okay.
Only on the PC.
So you could go straight through a loft.
Right. This is why I say you should get the app. But we're going to go back to Municipal Park here.
Right. Go ahead.
Click this app. I can't see the chat. Now, Notify and Fly. Now, what Notify and Fly does, if you have the app in your phone, it will send your phone a text message saying that you have.
Drone Bum says he always uses this app.
Right. And you click next if you're using a PC, and I'm going to apply for
John, I use a lot
to fly here. It says it's now 5:17, the starting time. Recreational, you get the option of recreational, commercial, government, or first responder. Okay, that's something new that they've added, but we'd say we're flying recreational. Whether this be FPV or camera drone, you'll have a duration of 1 hour, and you can fly as high as 400 feet, of course, using diligence. I click, I am not a robot, and file the flight. Okay. And what happens is, hold on a second. George, I got to call you back. I'm doing a live stream. Right. Without fail. Now, getting back into this, it says drone flight area. Okay. Yeah. Recreational, here's your ID number. I have permission to fly. And the reason I have permission to fly, this green line turned blue. So if, like I said, if I'm just flying this area here, I can fly in this area for an hour. Now, if I tried zooming out, I did it the other day, and there was another blue circle. You can actually see who else has requested approval around you and stuff like that. But I thought it was a good app to show you guys. Download it, put it in your phone. I've been flying FPV. I've been flying camera drones, and I use it all the time. This is not a paid endorsement. Buy before you fly, anything like that. Hey, what's up, Big Mac? All I can say is, even if you run into a Karen and she calls the police on you, you can show the police. Yes, it was Sanford and Sons on Lawrence's cell phone. You guys heard that?
Yes, JSK, you're right. But you also, like Lawrence is saying, you're getting airspace approval. But
yes,
you
get it in a text
to know that there's other pilots out there.
You
know, that's very important. I mean, the most of, I mean, hopefully one day there'll be a time where we could actually communicate with one another. That way, it'll make it a whole lot easier.
Right. Now, what I like especially about the app is, and like I said, I use it on my phone. I was actually talking to someone. I said, oh, well, I did not use before you fly because I'd flown in the area before and people are used to seeing me fly there. But this person seen, I'm coming, Elizabeth, Paul got it. was starting to act a little Karenish, or should I say Kenish. And one time I was flying. So while I was talking to the gentleman, I pulled up before you fly, and I'm explaining to him I had authorization to fly. I pulled out before you fly and did everything while I was talking to him and said, see, this says I have permission to fly here from the FAA.
Right.
I said, and also in the event that the police were to come here because you called them or someone else, I can show them I have authorization to fly here. And I've had police officers tell me while planes were passing over my head, how are you able to fly here? And I show him before you fly says I have a ceiling of 300 feet. And then I Flight Radar 24, which is another great app. And it shows that every plane that was passing over my head every 2 minutes, you know how they do here in New York, Herman. That plane was at 1,200 feet. So you can fly within 5 miles of an airport within reason. You're going to be limited to altitude.
Well, you got to remember, this goes back to the wedding cake.
Yes, upside down wedding cake.
Upside down wedding cake.
Yeah, Class B airspace.
What portion of the shelf that you're in?
Mm-hmm.
Which turns out that where you actually fall out into G space.
Yeah. Oi, what's up, Stevie? What's good, man? How are you?
No,
everyone,
but
Little Llama, how are you? Sorry, I missed it.
Lawrence, the police rode by us twice last night when we were out there when you got that shot.
I know. Oh well, do you want to talk about the helicopter?
Oh well, the helicopter's a helicopter. I mean, that's New York City.
That's true.
Police helicopters will fly at night. I mean, especially when they whiz through a neighborhood like that. That's a police helicopter. There's no reason for anything else to be in that area.
Fortunately, we were on the ground.
Yeah, it's all right.
We're good, Stevie. All is well, man. I hope everything's good with you. How's everyone out there? How are you guys enjoying the new Mavic 3s? How are you enjoying the Mavic 3, Herman? Because I was with you last night, and you were like, Elizabeth, this is the big one. He was ecstatic about that Mavic 3.
Matt, there's a slight learning curve, but there's one thing about it. When we talk about image quality, there's certain things that is left to be desired, but there's other things that are very good about it. Especially when you start shooting with it at night.
Big Matt says Herm ordered some Mavic 3 accessories. No, but we did order some range extenders and some stuff.
Starting I don't work on the Mavic 3.
Starting Wednesdays, we're going to have giveaways all the way up until
the stuff I'm giving away is good for everyone.
Right, and on the last show,
provided you have that same style controller. I mean, that's the only other thing, but yeah, I mean, other things they could use.
Hi, Johnny Drone Flyer. You might want to pass the word on.
Stocking stuffers.
You might want to pass the word on to Mike at Fly Zone Drones. I know those guys fly Crossfire. I'm giving away one of my FPV birds the last show before Christmas.
Look out.
Yes, I need to tune my sticks on my Mavic 3. Why so? Herman seemed to like the sticks coming out of the box, but that may be personal preference, John.
What happened?
John says I need to tune my sticks on my Mavic 3.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I was telling him, Big Matt says I ordered some stuff, got another battery.
I mean, you can, but I mean, I find I can work with them how they are. I don't know. I mean, it's fine for me out the box. I mean, I don't mean, maybe you.
He said he lowered his expos also.
Yeah.
On his. But I looked at, Herman has the RC controller, the new controller with his Mavic 3, and the pictures were beautiful. Hey, Draymond, how are you?
Man, I mean, maybe we'll get together on that one, Matt. Because
there's an app for you guys.
Because I know that the Phantom 4 Pro My Phantom 4 Pro is worked in a certain way for the sticks and the camera that you just can't do with the with the Fly app. You know what I mean, Lawrence? You just can't do it with that.
Yes.
They don't give you the ability to do it.
The options are not there. Matt says I flew the other day and flew for 31 minutes and still had 34% left. Herman, he did that last night.
Yeah,
I
that's
burned
crazy.
a battery and a half, yo, and he was still up in the air. He was still up in the air flying. Third Eye View says,
how many
give away
batteries you fly yesterday?
Let's be clear. I have 2 7-inch drones. One of them's a cruiser, and one's a mid-range to short-range cruiser.
No, but I'm saying, how many batteries you used last night?
Who, me? Yeah. Actually, a battery and a half. Because remember, I had one battery charged up to about 80%.
Mm-hmm.
Remember before, because you were on your way to pick me up and I was charging it on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening while flying at the park, 20-mile-per-hour wind. See Third Eye View?
Okay.
That's what's up. That's dedication. You know why? Because if you learn how to fly in windy days when there's no wind, you really enjoy it. Practice, practice, practice. But yes, I will be giving away a drone. And I didn't know which one to give away. And I'm thinking I might give away
this was the battery from last night.
And it still has a bar and change on it.
Yeah.
Wow. In 38-mile-per-hour winds Friday afternoon.
So,
well, if you are in the New York City area and you didn't get a chance to fly today, well, tomorrow is supposed to be 60 degrees, and then the temperature is going to fall off the shelf and drop into the 30s.
Don't worry about it. Bundle up.
Hey, PJ Drones, how are you? Welcome to the stream. All I can say is get those flights in. I got my wind gloves. I'm ready to fly, yo. The wind has been.
I tell you guys this. If you're going to fly in the cold, I recommend you get a Carhartt jacket, because Carhartt gives you the elbow room to be able to move when you're all bundled up.
That's true. That's true. Carhartt. And I'll trade you a Nazgul Evoke for that 7-inch drone. Yo, Third Eye.
Wow. Look out.
We got to talk, Third Eye. I've been wanting that Nazgul Evoke.
Now, you know what's crazy?
Is that the one that lights up on the ground? I mean, on the bottom? Is that the light up version or the non-light up?
The giveaway.
When Matt says he's out and he's ready, he's off tomorrow. Well, listen, tomorrow morning you got to fly, guys, because after about 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, it's going to turn to shit. I'm just being honest. I'm letting you know.
Where are you going to go fly at?
Well, Matt, hit us. Let us know what's up. I'll get off the live stream and I'll charge up something. If it's a park where I can fly FPV, we'll fly FPV. I'll fly FPV. If it's not, I'll bring the camera bird and the vlogging equipment. Them drones don't care if it's cold for 90% of the USA temperatures. You know what? Jake Sloan be flying them in subarctic air. All right. I've seen.
Oh yeah, I'm not. It's not the drone. It's you.
It's the human. It's the human. Yeah.
It's the pilot.
Fly a straight line. We've done it before. It's just that as you become a more seasoned pilot, you say it's 32 degrees out. I'll wait till it warms up to 40.
Listen. The guy at JetBlue is not feeling the elements that's out there when he's flying.
No, he's not. No,
okay.
He's not.
Right.
Definitely not.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. This is very, very true. But anyway, what's up, everybody? How's it going? That Before You Fly app, okay, download it for your phone. Even if you fly FPV.
Have fun with it.
Yes, even if you fly FPV. And I say that because I fly FPV and camera drone, and I can tell you right now, I don't have a problem. I have no problems whatsoever. I've had wannabe Karens come up, Kens, I've had police officers tell me I can't fly in areas, and I just go bam in their face. And you don't do it roughly and say, "Oh no, you can't tell me I can't fly here," because that's when it becomes an issue. Once you're combative.
I've seen that happen.
I have a nice cliff to hit, Novice Quads. You park next to a mountain, line of sight all day, cliff dives all day. Phantom Flight 101.
Where
It's
we
just
at?
Steve Weird. Stevie's trying to put us on to something, man. We need to hit us up on
Stevie?
Messenger, Stevie. Our Morse code a location. Got to throw off the.
Okay.
Matt says he'll Morse code the location. Stevie, you know I'm down. I have a few birds I have no problem diving cliffs with.
Really?
Definitely. And camera drone, line of sight all day. I saw that viaduct that you flew, Stevie. That was Drone Bum and those guys. I think they had hit that viaduct or a viaduct close to it. And to be honest, I'd like to hit some of that stuff up there. We just don't know any locations, and who knows? Now that football season's over, you're going to start seeing a lot more stuff from us, right, Herman?
A little bit. A little bit.
Okay, all right. He says a little something, something. Just a little something, something. Nothing special. I'd like to apologize for those of you who are about to see a commercial right now.
Who cares?
Some of you will see a commercial, some of you will not. They want me to insert a commercial every 10, 15 minutes. I'm not going to do that.
You don't
every
have
half
to.
hour is okay. Huh?
You don't have to. You can tell them, yo, take it, you know.
Well, they don't show the commercial to everybody.
What are they going to do, suspend you?
Thanks for making me moderator. It's not a problem, TJ Drones. It's not a problem at all as far as making you a moderator, because I threatened before that everyone was going to come back and there were only going to be a handful of moderators, and it's what are you doing? Turn your TV down?
Yeah.
Or turning it up? Oh snap! Road trip.
Where?
Down for a road trip. Football season's over. Herman's sitting back waiting for his third ring. You know, he already got the finger ready.
You know what?
Don't forget about the New York City aviation laws.
You know what's anyway? Yeah. You know what's funny about
right, Bob. What happened?
It's funny you mentioned that. The other day, I had to go over to T-Mobile, and I just happened to notice that when I parked the car.
Oh. Yeah, go ahead. We'll answer that in a second, Matt.
The jewelry store was right there.
Right.
So I went in and got my finger sized up, and for my next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see what Matt sent you?
What happened?
They've already showed 2 at the start of the show. Wow. Okay. Matt says, "What do you think about DJI making a new Fly More package with the RC Pro?"
Well, you see, this is what I was telling Lawrence, and you know what? I want to see what the price is, because economically, if it works out, and I'll send the whole damn thing back and get another one.
Gotta leave it.
Because that was what I was looking at as soon as I saw the whole thing announced. Like, how can I make my own package that I wanted, you know? And
right.
The only thing that I looked at when I looked at the SIN package, and I was telling Lawrence this when I was looking at it after the launch, because I would watch the launch and I had DJI, page up, and I was like, which one should I get? But I'm like,
Matt says I feel slighted.
Well,
you shouldn't,
Matt. You know what, Matt? I gotta tell you a story in a minute after I finish with this one. And it might be in your favor, because I kind of got in them deep because of what they did, and I'll tell you in a minute. But not so much DJI, but another company. But with the whole thing with that, I was when they did the launch, I was like, I'm because I was waiting for the longest time. Whatever this was out, I was getting it, because I knew I was paying at least $1,000 more than what I paid for the Phantom 4 Pro. And when I did the Phantom 4 Pro originally, I bought a whole kit from Drone World with the controller and everything, and all the extra batteries. So I spent about a couple grand for that. So I knew what I was looking at paying. So I said, all right, no problem. I'm gonna set aside for that. Whatever it was,
Right.
this is what I was gonna do.
Right. You were ready. You were prepared.
Right. When they came out with this thing and they looked at, we started to see what they were coming out with, all of the different packages with that. And I said, okay, they got this SIN package that, got the controller, the control, but now you got to pay for the 1 terabyte of storage inside the drone. And I'm like, okay, but I use SD cards, but it's no big deal, whatever, So when you put it in your cart and then you start looking at Care Refresh for 2 years on the Fly More combo, you start saying to yourself, well, wait a minute, that's about the same price. If you want to get the RC Pro now at this point, because it wasn't offered with the Fly More combo. So now you figure, okay, with the Fly More combo, I want to get the RC Pro and I want to get Care Refresh. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait. That's a SIM package. Yeah. But then when you look at the Care Refresh for the SIM package, you try to dump that one back out of your cart and go back into to getting the Care Refresh, and you saw, wait a minute, you start looking at, let me get the Fly More combo again, because it was a crazy thing. But it's a good thing that they're offering it, because like I said, it was a whole craziness when you look at it, when the launch came out and everything was available to get it, once you start putting the stuff in your cart and start looking at the price, it was like, wait a minute, should I just take the SIN package and deal with the having the 1 terabyte of and SIN what is that? ProRes that I don't even need, because you wanted the RC Pro. So now that the fact that they're actually offering it is a good thing, because it was actually driving the price up to actually get close to it, real close to the price of the SIM package.
Oh, nice.
But now, Matt, talking about that, I always, like I told Lawrence, I was like, when I first bought my Phantom 4 Pro, I heard about the Nanook cases. It's a company up in Canada. I bought those. I bought the cases for the Phantom 3 Standard. I bought the case because keep the drone nice and protected, everything safe, we good. So when the Phantom 4 Pro came, I was looking at Drone World, and I bought the drone that came with the Nanook case. So I said, all right, I'll stay in the drone family.
Right.
When I got the version 2, same deal, same thing, got Nanook case, everything. So when the Air 2S came out, I bought a Nanook case for that one. So now I hit Nanook up about the case and everything. I get emails back from them that they haven't got a case. I'm like, yo, hold on. GPC, PGY Tech, they all got a case out. How you don't have a case? I get an email from them about a week later. Now, this is since the Mavic 3 came out. I get an email from them with a link to purchase the case for the Mavic 3. I had to send this to Lawrence right away. A case that they cut the foam. But check this out. To hell with fly more, we're going to fly less.
Yeah, for real.
The drone, the standard controller, and 1 battery. Are you kidding me? What is this, a gun case for a special case, a special gun?
I know, when you showed that to me, I was like,
with 1 magazine, and then it's some collector's item? No.
Yeah.
We cut cases for fly more, not to fly less.
Yeah, and then the drone was sideways instead of straight.
Who the hell? Why would you do that? Every other case that they have is for a fly more. Even if you make the damn thing up for yourself, because the Phantom 4 Pro never came with a fly more. The companies that sold them made up their own their own packages. I thought that was kind of retarded that they did that. One battery? You're going to spend that money on a hard case to buy for one battery.
Yeah. I don't see that. I think that was majorly a screw up as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
come
PGY
on.
Tech and GPC both make a case designed for the Fly More and the Sin package.
Mm-hmm. So why shoot yourself in the foot when you're known for making cases for Fly More bundles?
Right.
They did exactly the opposite, like you said.
That was dumb. And I'm calling them out on that because it was kind of dumb. I mean, I don't reach 1 million people, but
Night Train says the cases are $40 a pop at Harbor Freight all day long.
What happened?
They said the cases, you know, you get the case and then actually get the foam and have shit cut yourself.
Well, the pluckable foam is not as neat as the one that is cut. You know, that's cut. That's like I said, you know, GPC and those guys make a really nice case. If you look at the two that I thought were very nice was GPC and PGY Tech, because the one for PGY Tech, no matter which controller you want to put in there, it has a configuration for you to put that controller in there. Now with GPC, you know, you're buying the case to, you know, whichever controller you have, like whether you have the Sin package or you have the Fly More combo. You know, the guy that just bought I guess the Nanook came along for the guy that just bought the drone and the controller.
You see what Matt put? Phantom Flight 101. Would you take the credit for buying the RC Pro or return the package?
What happened?
Matt says, would you take the credit for buying the RC Pro or return the package?
That's a good idea. I mean, I would have to check. You know what? Before I answer that, I would have to look into it more because I heard about the whole thing, but I didn't look into it. But that was the main thing that I was interested in from day one when it came out. Why can't I get the Fly More with the RC Pro? I never understood that, but
well, somebody there seems to know what they're doing.
I'm gonna look into that, Matt, before I think of it.
As to what they're doing. I do understand people are upset that they're selling a Fly More bundle with the smart controller, but I'm thinking about this. You did all of the research, Herman, and you found out that the only difference between the Fly More bundle and the Sin package was that 1 terabyte hard drive and one less pack of filters, correct?
Well, that was the obvious look at it.
That was the obvious look. It's going to cost more, obviously. Exactly, Matt. And people were complaining about the Sin package. And
that was but you see, but the controller. See, but here's the thing. The drone was the way they designed, the way they put this out was for you to fly this with the RC controller. You know what I mean? The RC Pro, not to fly it with the regular control. You can, yes.
Yeah, it was really meant for that
but for you to get the range and the clear reception that you can, it was meant for you to do it with the RC Pro.
And that screen on your RC Pro is crazy. Herman showed me the screen. The way you see this picture behind me in clarity, how you can see the streets and everything, you on that RC controller that Herman was using last night.
Yeah.
The screen was bananas. And you didn't even have the brightness turned up all the way, did you?
No.
Yeah. And I had it, and I have a 10-inch tablet, and well, I was flying the Air 2S, and that's a different beast in itself. But Rob C says I brought the Mavic 3 Sin so I could get the RC Pro controller. Right.
And I was gonna do the same thing because because of it, and because I didn't need the ProRes, but then when I did the math on it, because I knew I was going to take the care refresh, I had to change my mind on that because of the difference in the price. Whatever, however many pennies saved is a saving.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I understand totally.
So
Anyway, we got our first
if I have an
story.
extra remote sitting around, I just have an extra controller sitting around.
Well, we have our first story tonight in drone news. Okay, Swoop Arrow.
Never
You
heard of
guys
them.
have heard of that name, Swoop Arrow, before, because I believe we've done one or two stories, if not even more, about them.
Yeah,
But
they've done a few drone delivery things and worked on some test trials for drone deliveries. They
yeah,
mainly, well, not to knock the thing, they're basically working on the logistics. Like when it comes time for a drone to deliver something, they will have the logistics that says this is how it can be done.
right. And
And
they're actually selling the entire architecture because Swoop Arrow and UAV Aid in Sierra Leone, I believe that's in Africa. Sierra Leone is somewhere in Africa. I'll have to confirm that. Don't
okay.
quote me on that, but I believe so. A partnership with UAV Aid to give them an entire drone delivery infrastructure. Meaning, when I say entire drone delivery infrastructure, they're talking the deepening the role of air mobility supply chains. And these supply chains are everything from delivering medication to small packages to whatever can fit inside the drone itself. I actually have a video here. Now, the thing about swoop arrows is
Yeah, it's West
not
Africa.
only not only is this stuff autonomous, but you can launch multiple drones at a time. They are joining the mixed fleet, offering in Sierra Leone long-range fixed wings, their fixed wing department in UAV aids. I can't freaking read tonight.
Yeah.
Um, the story goes on to say that Swoop Arrow is not only supplying their own supply of drones, but they're supplying the operating system that these drones will land and take off on autonomously. Not only that, but the runways, I have a video to show here. The runways, the takeoff pads are like our takeoff pads, except they have little barcodes on them, and the drones read them and know which ones to take off from and which ones to land on, etc. So not only can you do multiple missions with these drones, but that little pad, hold on, let me go back. I'll pause it when it comes up really quick. Hold on, right here. This little pad is a code that the drone reads. Once it's over the home spot, it knows exactly to land on that pad each and every time, as well as take off from there. The top compartment. Oh, also, this entire drone is 3D printed, except for the motors. Everything is 3D printed on this drone, except for the motors and props and electronics in it. Okay. I think that's pretty cool. If it's 3D printed, it's got to be pretty light, low impact. Once it gets over an area and sees this pad, it knows to land and take off vertically.
We covered them on the story. I think the gentleman from that owns the company, the guy that owns the company, I think is a very young guy that owns the company.
Yes. Now, this is what I like because you can switch payloads, like to carry medical supplies, or you can switch to a search and rescue module just by disconnecting this and snapping on, and you have a first-person view camera right there for search and rescue. Must say I do not agree with this thing dropping out of the bottom, but they show they have a bottom payload that can drop certain things. I don't know how accurate it is. Honestly, I cannot tell you, but Swoop seems to be doing their thing as far as getting out. Hold on, I just want to get the
Well, I
video.
will tell you this. What I do know about them is that the material that they use to make the drone out of, we talk about that being in 3D printed, the way it's designed and
Yes,
put
those are
together.
carbon fiber, more so.
Yes. Yeah, but
What were you
what
saying?
what the way they've designed it and put it together is designed that if the drone was to actually crash,
Okay,
it
Paul.
will fall apart. It'll fall apart on impact instead of destroying or hurting whatever it hits.
That's very smart and slick to it. For what is it? What does it say here? Right here. This partnership brings new and exciting capabilities, offering by broadening the range of uses we can support in this market. You know, and they're talking everything from medicine delivery to you may need an emergency part. I don't know exactly what the
Well,
specifications are of it, but we're talking maybe a 3-pound box.
well,
Up
Lawrence, they're
to
in an
3 pounds.
area where they can get the usage of it. But the main thing with them is all about logistics and being able to broaden this to whenever this is available to be used around the world. You
Hey,
know,
Michael Blade.
a lot of
See,
places, just like we talk about the air taxis and stuff like that, and how a lot of companies are getting the logistics now on it, because when they are able to do so, these things
they
will
can
take off.
launch. They
Right.
can
They
launch.
can't wait till then to say that, okay, this is when, you know, how we, because if not, if, you know, they won't even be able to have a press something to present to the FAA to be able to get anything that they need if they don't start working on this now.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, we do a lot of stories on companies like Swoop Arrow. We do stories on on we do a lot of different stories on companies that are talking about developing infrastructures, meaning the network and software you need to do these logistics. Then there are companies who are specializing in building lift drones, heavy lift drones, passenger drones. But the one thing that you failed to mention about everything out there with these drones, none of them are any good until they can get an airworthy certificate in the country that they plan on flying. Because without an airworthy certificate, they cannot, I repeat, they cannot test their drones unless they can prove that drone can fly before it even takes off the ground.
Well,
Which
true. I
kind
mean, that's how they get the ability to do these testing, to be able to
of,
have an
yeah,
aircraft,
and this is where
to have an
logistics come
aircraft that
in.
has airworthiness.
This used to be a part of logistics there. Oh, sorry, I was just got distracted by another window. Um, Now there's a company that actually there's a bunch of companies that have just got their airworthiness and are doing testing. But on December 7th, getting to our next story,
Wow.
on December 7th, today's the 5th, in 2 days at 1915 Central Eastern Time, streamed live, there'll be an unveiling of one of the largest cargo delivery drones in the world. You know, we've done a picture of a few of this. I say one of them because I haven't seen, I have the specs on this particular drone, delivery drone, large cargo delivery drone. It's called the Black Swan. Now, what I'm going to show you is a video. I'll show you the video, then we'll get into the story better. But I have to show you the video because this video is a scaled down model of the actual bird. I actually have pictures. I actually can show you the bird if I'm correct here after. But they did testing with this particular model right here. Yes, it does look like a small plane. It actually has some kind of, almost looks like a wooden prop on it. But this is a scaled down prototype. They actually have a life-size working version that's a complete copy of this. Now, this one, you see, the men were standing over it, how small it was and stuff like that. Well, I just wanted to show you, they had to do this first before they could build the big boy. Yes, that is a GoPro on the tail. The guy's probably flying it line of sight or autonomously. It is They do land. They can land on dirt, grass, road, anything. Okay. Now, getting back to the story here, Dronenomics is the company. The drone is called Dronenomics is a company. And so, hold on. They will be launching their Black Swan on December 7th, 1915 CET at Sofia Airport in Bulgaria. All right. Now, this drone, I'm just getting the specs of it. Wait a minute. Oh, here it is. I'm on the wrong page. I have to go to their homepage for the specs. In fact, let me show you.
I can tell you what the drone does.
Go ahead. While you do that, I can show their website.
Well, the drone can carry up to what? They say about 771 pound, 71.61 pounds of their that's what they can carry up to.
Yes.
It also can travel on a distance of up to 1,553 miles. So I don't know. Got good range.
That's 1,500 miles. Great.
What happened?
1,500 miles is no joke. Think about it. And at an altitude, Herman, at an altitude of 22,000 feet.
Right, but the thing what is impressive about it is that it can take off. See, and this is why I say we start talking about these things here. And I've read the whole thing and how great they make this thing out to be. But they also say now, here it can take off on a runway that's about 400 meters, which is about 1,312 feet. So when you start looking at their payload, now I understand it's a good medium range cargo drone. We covered the Nuva, was it 300? That was designed and built by Pipistrel. That is the controls and the control and all of everything. The brains of this thing is operated by Honeywell.
Yes.
This thing can carry what, 3,000 pounds?
Okay. So we're talking some pretty large sized birds. Now I put the link to their website only because that little drone that they showed, that little prototype that they had to build the show. I'm going back to the specs here. The wingspan is 16 meters, which comes to 52 feet. All right. Fuselage is 26 feet long. Now height is 13 feet. Diameter is 4 by 3 roughly. Can carry up, just like you said, up to 770 pounds, fly 1,550 miles at an altitude of 22,000 feet at 125 miles an hour. Now, not only are they offering their services, but you can opt in to have a drone port, one of their drone ports. If you have land or property and you want, these are the 3 technologies that they're offering: drone ports, drones, and the flight control system. So they're not playing around. They want to be
able a way to sell those ports, huh?
Yeah, everyone's selling drone ports. You know that. But this is the actual size of it. If you can see the size of an actual person, this is on CGI, but this is supposed to be an average sized person. And this is the actual size of the plane.
Gotcha.
Of the delivery drone. That's a nice size.
Right, because their goal is that they want to be able to reach everyone everywhere.
Yeah.
Not just some of the people some of the time.
We're not Recovery One have drones that size since the 80s. Target practice. Exactly. See, now you're dating yourself. Now I know. Draymond says the Navy and Air Force used to have targeting drones. I remember they used to launch them on catapults. They'd fly around and use them for target practice. Well, these target practice drones now will be carrying cargo. They will be carrying cargo. And it'll be interesting because you're going to see all different types of drones and delivery drones. And they're not doing the last mile, Herman, where Amazon and these other smaller companies, Swoop Aero that we just did a story on, they're doing the last mile of the delivery, the last half mile. the last 2 miles of a delivery. These dudes are talking 1,500 miles. If I went from New York 1,500 miles east, I wonder how far I could get.
Well, it is, yeah, somewhat, you would say last mile, but just like what UPS is thinking to do, is to be able to move from facility to facility. This is not going to deliver,
Agreed.
This is not looking to deliver your mattress to your house. You know what I mean?
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
You
But
still got to wait for the truck.
that video was the only one video that I could find on it. But I did register. Hold on. Let me go back to the page. I did register for the launch.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, I won't be doing anything at that time. 1915, take away 12. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
but
at
Lawrence, at 770 pounds for the delivery. If I don't know if he's listening or not, but if you guys or anybody from Canadian Drone Hub is listening, you can deliver a bowling ball with that.
Yeah, a couple of bowling balls. That's the case, right? A couple of bowling balls, and they're even offering. They even have a career button.
Furball Kim always would say, you can't get a bowling ball delivered by drone.
Oh, yeah. I remember, Herman, hearing something to that effect. I do remember, if you can't deliver a bowling ball, what good is it? Well, this can deliver several bowling balls. Now, take that.
How about that?
What are your plans for?
Wasn't me.
The week coming up, Herman? What are we gonna? Well, the weather's gonna be shitty all this week.
Okay.
There's not a whole lot, but I want to come out there by you. We need to do some stuff on your computer, and I need to just get out of the house.
Wow.
So yeah.
So you need to do it on my computer. All right, no problem.
What happened?
So you need to do it on my computer, no problem. I mean, I just got a few things I need to do, but
all right. Well, our boy Stevie told me in Messenger on Facebook that he will hit us up and we will put something together. I downloaded the picture. He sent me a picture, Herman, of where to fly. And
yeah, I get that, but I'm just saying, I just don't. I like to know when
Mendez.
and not be there tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Oh yeah. I know. Leaving Brooklyn at 6 a.m. What's up, Corey? How are you? YECL 310. Hope all is well.
Not leaving Brooklyn at 6 a.m. Well, you get the text message, you'll be there at 6 a.m. It's a 2-hour drive.
Yeah. Well, you know the shit that I gotta go through. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Mendez Drone Ops, Corey, all of you guys there. We appreciate you all. Don't forget to click that magical like button that everyone refuses to hit or just doesn't like.
Yeah, hit the like button. It doesn't hurt anyone.
That's strange.
Feel free.
But we need to talk about this giveaway again.
Well, the giveaway, like I said, I'm going to have a few things. I'm going to have some SD card holders, some range extenders, probably some pair of gloves or something to give away to guys. Stocking stuff for giveaways. The drone pilots might need. Winter time is coming. Might need some gloves. Keep your fingers warm.
This is true. Well, all right. This is Sunday the 5th. Your next show is on the 8th. The one after that is on the 15th, and the one after that is on the 22nd. So we will, every Wednesday, starting this week, we will be giving away something for you drone pilots out there, for you camera drone pilots out there, and for you FPV pilots that are lurking. On the 22nd, which is the last Wednesday before Christmas, I will be giving away one of my FPV birds. I'm probably going to give away a cruiser.
Okay.
Okay, so And so when it actually, I will give away the cruiser and show you a video of
Hey,
that particular
recovery.
bird that I used. Huh?
No. I was just acknowledging somebody in the chat.
I will show you a picture of that bird
Uh-huh.
that I'm giving away. But on the 8th of December, the 15th of on the 8th of December, Wednesday, are we going to do a drop in the shot
What?
for my birthday? It's my birthday! I'm ready. I'm ready.
Uh-oh, retard alert.
I'm ready.
Retard alert, class.
I'm ready for Wednesday. Let's do this.
Okay. So
No,
we're gonna do that. But you know what? Before we get off of here, how are we gonna do this giveaway?
Are we gonna what?
How are we gonna do this giveaway?
Okay. Well, for the first one coming up Wednesday, don't you have a video launching or you have a video out already?
I have a video that launched Friday.
You have a video that launched Friday. Do you plan on launching any other ones?
Not before Friday of next week. Not before Friday.
Okay. So now we'll take the last video that you launched and we'll have a keyword. We'll come up with a keyword or something to that effect. It worked pretty good on the last giveaway.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, what's the keyword we'll have?
Okay. How about, well, what are you giving away Wednesday? Or you don't know yet?
Yeah, I do know. I'll be giving away range extender, and I'll be giving away a SD card holder.
Okay, so now if you have an Air, DJI Air 2, DJI Air 2S, if you have a Mavic 3 standard controller, this range extender will fit on all of those controllers.
And the Mini as well, right? The Mini too?
Yes, and the Mini also. Yes, so this will not limit. It was my birthday this year. Yay! So yes.
Hold on. Like, wait a second.
Go for it. Go ahead. Anyway, each week up until Christmas, so we have 3 weeks. This week coming up, this Wednesday, we'll have the first giveaway. The following Wednesday, we'll have the third giveaway. It's the second giveaway. And then the third week, the week of Christmas, pre-birthday. No hijinks this year, Lawrence. Trust me. Yo, I want to point this out. This is kind of important to me, this birthday, because last year at this time, unbeknownst to me, I had COVID. So at the Wednesday night that we did, there you go. There's the range extender. Those guys use those range extenders right there. Do we not, Herman?
Yeah, I use it quite often.
We use
that controller.
But getting back to what I was saying,
I also have range extenders for the smart controller too, but I don't know if that was part of the giveaway. Okay,
it is if you want it to be. But December 9th will be, now that SD cards, see, that's hot. That's hot. You guys.
You can put you can put all the little minis in the bottom, and then you can put a mini inside the holder, and you can fit a bunch of SD cards in there. Nice. There you go. Got a little rubber gasket around there. Hold all your SD cards.
Keep the moisture out.
And a little locking clip. I don't know if you heard that. A little locking.
Yeah.
A little locking.
Heard it quite well. Yeah.
So
we'll be giving away that range extender and the SD card holder next week, Wednesday. Now, Herman just recently put out a video. So in order to qualify for this video, because in 3 days we're giving it away, you have to go to Herman's last video and in your comments
say, I love those fall colors.
I
love those fall colors.
I love those fall colors. There it is. The contest has started. Go to Herman's last video. In fact, I'm going to go and pull the video up so you have no excuses. For those who have watched the replay, you will see what's going on also. But hold it. Oh, the end of, there we go. Let's share the video. Copy.
Hey, Angie.
I got it. Angie, what's good? How are you? Hope all is well. There it is. That link right there in the comments. Whether you saw the video or not, in order to qualify for this giveaway, this week Wednesday, you have to put "I love the fall colors."
Yeah, it's just a little stocking stuff or something to give away. You know, as the weeks go on closer to Christmas,
can you fill it up with SD cards?
They might get a little. They might get a little better. What happened?
Yes. Draymond asked, "Can you fill it up with SD cards?" Draymond,
sure
I don't personally have that many SD cards, but I know Herman does.
Sure, you can.
Just kicking it. Do you have a channel? Yes, he does. And yes, please support each other. Do not forget.
Look, like I told you, inside here, you got space to put all the little mini SD cards without the holder. And then on top of it, you can put one in each one of these spots with a holder.
Yeah.
So you can fit a lot of SD cards in there.
I'm looking 4, 8.
Has a little rubber gasket around there.
That's 24. That's the shit. That's your lifetime supply of SD cards if you fill that sucker.
Right. You got a little rubber gasket around the edge.
To keep moisture out and keep them dry.
And then it has a little lock right there. Now lock it in nice and tight.
You didn't even have to put it to the mic because when you had it in front of you, I heard it click.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying.
That's how I know it's pretty solid there. Oh, and I'd like to let you know, those guys, the range extender that he's giving away, we use. We really do use them. I highly recommend them. I didn't think it worked, but it does.
This one?
This thing actually punches through some tree growth also.
It slides on the end. I don't have the controller here with me.
Yeah. It
slides on the little black piece.
I have mine. If you can give me a second just to reach the drone. I have the bag out already. Okay. My Air 2S, because we did go flying last night, and I'll show you guys how it fits on the controller and all. Here's the radio.
And you know, they're all the same controller.
Yes. So it will fit on those. Here's mine to show you we don't play around. Those guys, we actually use the controller. Here's mine right here.
Thank you.
I'll show you how it goes onto the controller there. You take this piece out of the bottom. You know how this slides out? And the controller fits right on the bottom or the top, like this. And here's your range extender. Just like that. Okay. And now it snaps on, so it does not come off easily.
Well, you just pop the ends off. Well, not off.
Oh, you squeeze the ends.
Yeah, it comes right out.
Actually, correction, it does not fit on the top. It only is designed to fit on the bottom.
Right, yes. It goes right on the bottom because when you're holding the controller upright in front of you.
Now, keep in mind, these are very directional. If you're flying in an air, what time y'all out last night? What time were we out last night, Herman? Matt asked. These?
Not that late. I mean,
because you wanted to be home by yourself to watch boxing. Yeah,
that was around 7 o'clock or so.
Yeah, actually, we finished up maybe about 6:37 because you wanted to be home to watch boxing. Here it is, range extender.
We had good.
All of these radios.
We got the shot from a couple of spots.
Yeah. Hey, Crabtree FPV. I'm hired in drone balls.
Wow.
See. I will.
Mendez, Jonah?
Anyway, like I said,
thank you.
I will. We won't have a bunch of FPV people in here, but I can guarantee you on the 22nd, when I'm giving away that FPV bird, the FPV pilots will drop out of nowhere.
Really?
Is that usually what happens?
like I said, I just want to, do a little stocking stuffer, for the guys that, support the channel, like come through,
It is, Matt.
get a
It
little
is. Matt
something.
said that's a good time. Matt says that's a good time. Matt, it was a great time because just as we were finishing about 6:30, a quarter to 7, the temperature dropped like 20 degrees, like a breeze came through, and it said it went from comfortable to cold. But we were finishing up though.
That's wincing up.
What happened?
Oh, wincing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I've been
Those
doing this
don't
a little bit
extend the
too long.
flight range. No, they don't extend the flight range. They extend your signal. They help you direct your signal, like parabolic reflectors.
Yeah, they just help
They do
direct
not
the
extend
signal.
your, maybe I worded it wrong. I apologize for that.
And it's
They
funny.
fit on all of these they fit on all of these radios.
What's funny, the
And I'm
ones
gonna
that they have for the RC Pro and the Smart Controller are designed that you can use them with the parabolic reflectors.
Okay. Thank you, Angie. Well, you know what it is? It's sorry, some of you are about to see a commercial right now. I see I didn't add it at 6:30 like I was supposed to. Crabtree, I'll come by and check out your channel, man. Not a problem.
You know what, DJ, I
But
need
on the
to do?
22nd, I will be giving away an FPV drone. Now, if you fly digital, well, I'm sorry, but I'm true analog. It's a Crossfire drone. I'll be giving away one of my mid-range drones. Congratulations, Mendez Drone Ops. That's what you got to do, dude. You got to go to these live streams and not so much advertise, because some people will kick you out for saying, hey, I need more subscribers. But if you go in like you did tonight and just meet people, that's what it's all about, right, Herman?
Yeah.
Going to live streams, meeting people. Now, unfortunately, I don't have time to be on the internet as much as I used to, but when I first started, I did that. I did all of that.
Okay.
Right. And you have to grind. I run DJI, but I have analog too. Well, on the 22nd, I'll be giving away I don't know even what size, but Third Eye View said he wants one of my 7-inch birds, so I only have 2 of them. Okay, Crabtree, that's what's up.
I just went by his channel.
Huh?
And, I just went by his channel and checked him out.
Crabtree?
No, Mendez.
Oh, John Mendez. He's in the groups. He's in a couple of the Facebook groups as well. He also has a buy and sell page for for drone stuff. Crabtree, I'm checking out your channel right now. I just hit that support button, Novice Quads. I will, after the live stream, come by and check out one of your videos. I actually will leave it up until the stream is over.
Okay.
I'll do that until the stream is over.
Bang, hit the bell.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I hit the bell already.
Yeah, hit the bell.
Okay, hold on.
Hit the bell.
We got a story tonight before.
Just hit the bell.
We got a story tonight. The last story of the night. This sounds crazy as.
Everybody go over there and hit the bell too. You go to those guys' channel and hit the bell.
I forgot to show. You know what?
What happened?
Pictures. Wrong pictures. That's what it is. I had the wrong pictures loaded.
Which one?
Oh, you know what it is? I had planned on showing the window anyway because I don't care about this site. All right. We're doing a story about a drone. And this is actually a custom built drone, but they're not talking so much about the drone. They're not here, JC Flyings, in Herman's video. In his last video he put out. Herman, put your video, please. Aloha, just kicking it. Menja's Carolina Air Shots. Thanks, buddy. Listen, you guys support each other. Sky Control, how are you? Aloha. Welcome to the live stream. But this drone is interesting because this drone has talons like a bird.
Really?
Now, you may wonder why you would want to put talons like a bird on a drone. Well, let me go on to say that I thought it was a strange story, and this is why I brought it up. But they actually have a drone here. I'm going to show the picture briefly, and then I'll take the picture down because I have to go into the story. But this is what the drone looks like. Okay. She has talons like a bird. She can fly and land on a branch like a bird. And the reason for that being, supposedly the company claims this drone can hunt and monitor forest fires.
I got you.
Okay, and what I mean by that, they talk about how quadcopters these days are so precious. They can take off and hover, pictures, whatever, land, recharge, all of that, blah blah blah. But if these drones were birds of prey, which is where they're going with this, someone came up with the idea to come out with 3D printed talons that lock around whatever makes contact with them, meaning this drone could land on a tree branch and clamp its arms and legs around the branch. Now I'm going to go back, and you know what? I'm going to do the story Go ahead, Herm.
Well, Lawrence, it's funny that this story comes up because this is not something new. We've seen where we did stories on where they have had like ducks that test water samples,
pigeons,
birds that they have in trees with cameras on it and stuff like that.
Yep.
And they've seen the pigeon, the whole fake pigeon thing.
Exactly.
And you know, we've also, and I got a copyright strike for this. The hummingbird. The hummingbird.
Yeah, I remember that.
So with the BBC,
yes, you did.
The BBC had and it's funny, but you know, it is what it is with the BBC. Forget you guys. But the hummingbird thing, we got a thing where they showed, you remember that story with the little hummingbird, and it was it was a drone. And we've seen a lot of these things come up. And you know, remember Hyundai was trying to develop that little car that walks and it climbs over rocks and stuff.
I remember.
You know, we've seen a lot of this, and then we've seen, what was that?
Keep talking. I'm showing pictures back and forth.
Those guys there from Boston Robotics.
Yep.
With their man-like robot thing that was able to do the parkour and do backflips and all kind of stuff like that. Now we see this thing here, and now we talk about it being like birds of prey that can grab onto, clamp onto things like that. And it's funny because reading in the story when we're talking about this bird, how it uses the pressure that it uses the pressure from it landing pressure to be able to grab with its what do you call it, its talents, and it's different grab for grabbing a prey than it is for clamping onto a branch.
Yes, it's different amounts of pressure. Like this video showing, they're actually throwing different objects up into the claw, and the claw is actually catching it. Now, if I go here, now this is not the perfect video, but it explains how they copy the landing patterns of a bird. And anyway, I'll post the video afterwards because I can't play it. I don't want to play
the same feet for the Phantom 4 Pro and the Phantom 4.
But this is actually, these are tests of it failing. So it did take them a while to figure out the right pressure and grabbing. This is on a pulley system, but they actually were able to test it in real life situations, landing on branches. And this was its first successful lands. Now, yes, this is an FPV drone, but the fact that this FPV drone can take it all totally 3D printed, yes. The fact that it can take off from a branch. Now, you may be wondering, why are talons important? Well, I'm going to go into the story, more into the story is saying they want to use this bird around forest, this particular landing gear around forest fires. Most drones can land on anything, but your average drone cannot land on a branch. This drone can land on a branch, shut down its motors, and actually observe a fire going on, and perhaps relay to firemen. This is the tension system that actually absorbs all of the weight of the drone landing on it. These springs actually do that.
Yeah, so it
does
works with
not
two
break
different motors.
Right. So it does not break the drone, and the feet actually lock. Keep in mind, everything is 3D printed. Just the same way birds land, this actually lands and clasps onto. Oh, this is also showing that they tried different types of talons. These are predatory bird talons, and both of these were successful, both of these designs. And because it's 3D printed, they are light. And as you see, that's how the bird would land. I'm not going to go into detail and keep showing the video. What I'll do is I will take the link, and this way you can understand. But this, like I said, the purpose of the story is so that in a forest fire situation, you can't have an average drone flying around because you can't land anywhere. This drone will be able to land. It's called snag. Will be able to land in a tree somewhere, and with its camera, look at the forest fire and see what damage is being done, whether more men need to come to an area. They have a joke here that says at the bottom of the conversation, NASA has already sent a helicopter to Mars, but it doesn't have legs, so its flight times are very short. Now think about this, to take a drone and be able to land a drone anywhere on the edge of a building or the edge of a tree branch or a telephone line, and it sit there and power down, and the only thing you use is a camera. We've seen drones like that. We've done stories on drones like that, right, Herman?
Well, technically, yeah.
If you remember.
Technically, a lot of our consumer drones, if you can get a signal, you can actually do that. You know, you might not be able to turn off the battery on the drone, but you can turn off your controller and still turn it back on and get your signal back on.
Exactly.
Take off and land again. I mean, but there's pros and cons to it all. I mean, if the tree's on fire, I don't think you want to land that drone, especially with 3D printed parts.
This is true.
In the hot zone.
Wedgeworth? How are you? I thought you meant the one with movable robotic arms. No, this one actually has movable robotic legs. And like I said, they are all 3D printed. And there are a lot of applications to it. Like I said, I fly FPV, I fly a camera drone. What's the hardest thing with FPV or the camera drone? Trying to find a spot to land. So
I'm gonna land when I come back.
Well, yeah, I understand that totally, Herman. But the point I'm making is, I thought it was a cool idea. I really.
No, I get it. I mean, it would be nice. I mean, for what it is. I mean, you can get into places, be able to perch somewhere safe and look.
But we've seen that. Like, we've done stories where the military has a pigeon. It looks like a pigeon. It flies like a pigeon, but the head is a camera. So, and you look up at a telephone line
from a long time.
Yeah, you see, you look at
they have drones that look like regular birds that have big wingspans that flap.
That's true. That glide around Grand Canyon. They're using them in the Grand Canyon to look for people with starting illegal fires and campsites and stuff like that. So you don't land in FPV; you just get low and disarm. This is true. It's true. You get low to the ground, you cut the motors. It's very true. You come in sliding or just land. Y'all hand catch y'all FPV drones. I've seen people do it, Angie. I've thought about it, but then I thought not to.
You know what?
Sounds like a spy drone. Exactly. Sky Control Productions. There is. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. There is one that looks like a pigeon, and it doesn't have the talons. But let's see if I could find it. GEN spy drone. Pigeon spy drone. Hold on. Let's see if I could find it. Of course, a bunch of garbage has come up.
What? Yeah.
All right, here's one. Here's a perfect example, Herman. We've done stories.
Which one?
You were talking about fixed wing drones and stuff like that.
Which one?
Well,
which one?
I'm looking for. Here it is. I'm just trying to get to the point. I'm actually stalling.
You know what? You still gonna?
What'd you say?
No, I thought
go.
you had one more story.
I thought so too. I don't see what happened to it. I actually did,
Yeah,
but
this is what I'm talking
this is
about. These
this
things,
is
these things.
this thing cruises and flaps its wings only when needed, but will fly around. There's a camera attached to it and stuff like that. So the ramifications of this go a long way.
That's what
So
I'm
to
talking about.
give this bird talons where it can land,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll actually share that video as well. In fact, here it is. I'm sorry, but
What?
of course I was trying to get to the point where the dude launched it. Now, of course, because I took it off screen, it comes up. Here we go. This is it here. She flaps her wings. There's a hand launch, and it flaps like a bird. And you can fly it just like a drone. But this one doesn't have talons. And they're using it to chase little other birds which think it's a predator. So now think, if this one had talons, it could perch up somewhere and chill out.
Well, right, but see, with this, you just need them to stay away while these planes can get out into the airspace and get away from them.
You use them to scare birds or whatever. Yes, I get it. I get it totally. But look, guys, it's that magic time. We appreciate
I
you
thought
all.
you had one more story
No.
about Archer.
I did, but I never pulled it up. So,
Go ahead.
all right. Yes. Okay.
You got a couple of minutes.
I'm going to pull up the pictures. We've done stories on this particular drone. Well, Archer, it's a company out there that was trying to get their airworthiness, and they finally got it. For those of you who don't know what airworthiness, I'm just loading the pictures. Every time you design a drone and you want to start testing with it, you need to get something in that country where you want to fly called an airworthiness certificate. Well, they've done it. This company has done it, and Archer has launched. This is their new drone they plan on doing testing with. They're ready to test with humans.
Well, it's not that new.
Well, this is true, but this is one of their versions. This chromed out version is one of the newer ones.
Well, the reason why I say it's not that new because they've been working with this thing for quite some time. And,
yes.
Archer, we spoke about Archer back on September 22nd on Wednesday night with those guys. 123.
Another first.
123 when they actually went public, when them and Lilium went public. On September 20th, they rang the opening bell in the New York Stock Exchange where they announced them going public. So this is something that you guys can actually get in on the ground floor on if you're looking to buy stock in tech stocks.
I remember, Herman, we showed this video that I'm loading right now, and it's
they actually joined them and Lilium in September, joined EHang and Joby as being publicly traded companies that are into this type of tech.
And you will see these companies flying around. Now, this is okay, it says add in 5 seconds. Let's see how true it is. This is, hold on, I'll have to bypass that ad. Give me a second. And they won't let me do it.
It's nice to be able to buy a share of a stock for under $1.
Yes. And I say that because I have stock in Lilium, I have stock in EHang, and I also have a stock in Joby.
We know you have stock in EHang.
Hey, listen, get in now. You remember Bitcoin when everyone was talking about that shit and it was dirt cheap? Well, this is the actual Archer drone. They did a launch. We actually showed this particular video. This is it right here. I look forward to seeing stuff like this. The EHang 216, the EHang, the 4-passenger. A lot of that stuff has already gotten authorization, people. And by the end of 2023, early 2024, you're going to start seeing a lot of this shit. It's already 2022.
Well, think about this. France is talking about the Summer Games.
No, Matt.
So, and this company here, what Lawrence is talking about here, everyone is talking about within the next 2 years.
Yes. Yeah. And I remember 2 years ago, we were mentioning this stuff, and that was 4 years ago.
You know, it's funny because it's not impossible. It's not impossible. We already have companies like Pipistrel who make electric airplanes.
Yep.
It's not impossible. All you gotta do is put a pilot in this thing. And when the time comes, they can switch over to autonomous flight.
This is true. Big Matt was asking what train yard is this? Is this out in Rockaway? I was telling him this is East New York train yard.
That's Matt, over by Matt, that's what they call Broadway Junction.
Yes. East New York, Broadway Junction, yes. It's a great spot. It's not too far from Cool Dick, I guess, but
that's
Matt,
Broadway Junction by the cemetery.
Yes. It's funny. You remember, Herman, you were saying how you have a picture that shows the gravestones in the cemetery? You mind if I share something, since we're already going past the show time limit and we're already
my stream is your stream.
Yeah, I'm just asking, that's all. Hold on a second, let me share screen.
But so yeah, in the video I have, you can actually see the headstones.
In your video. Yeah. See, now I couldn't see them in my video, but I could see them in my picture. Completed pictures with watermarks here. I just want to show you now. This is with the Air 2S. Okay. This is with the Air 2S. Now, I want to point out that I still need to play around with this bird. But if you look over here on the left, you can see the tombstones.
You got to bring up the picture.
Oh, I didn't share the picture?
Well, you're sharing the folder with the pictures in it.
Oh, okay. My bad. So let me go here. Hold on. Go back to share. And there's the window right there. Okay, I got you. I'm sorry. Now you can see it. Yes? No?
Yes.
Okay. This is where we were. Herman and I are right here. Where the mouse is, that's me. That's Herman right there. And this over here.
You're looking at the opposite direction.
Yes. From the first spot we went to. This is where we were by the laundromat. This was the second spot, right. But over here on the left, you see these little things right here? These are all tombstones. I could see them in a picture, but I could not see them in the video.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the headstones in the cemetery on the other side.
Right here, that's what I'm talking about. That's what all of this is.
No, that's the place that sells the headstones.
No, it's not. We're right here, Herman.
No. Listen to me. That place right there, what you're looking at,
yeah,
the place that sells the headstones. The cemetery.
Right, the mouse is now.
No, listen to what I'm saying to you. The cemetery is behind the bottom of your picture.
Right, and it extends over to the left here. These are also gravestones, I'm saying, in the picture.
No, that's just the place that sells the headstones.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Well, I can see the headstones, damn it. Listen, we appreciate you all. We appreciate all the support. But we got to get the hell out of here. It's time to call it a night. It's that magic time where the stomach get hungrieth.
Really? You hungry?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry.
We're going to go into it by saying we appreciate you all. Thank you so much.
Fly. Hold on a second, Lawrence. Can we get a drop?
Yeah, we're going to do a drop.
You're going to do a drop? All right.
Yeah, I was going to do a drop before we get out of here. Hey, Mr. Crawley, what's up?
You're not doing a shot, are you?
No, I don't. My shot's in the freezer. That's for after the stream.
Okay.
Listen, Sunday Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by those guys. Thank you so much, guys. We're out of here. You got anything you want to say, Herman, before I hit that screeching tire?
Well, good night, everyone, and we hope to see you back on Wednesday. Don't forget, guys,
during the first giveaway.
Right, don't forget, Wednesday night we'll be giving away the little range extender and SD card holder.
Yes.
So two people got a chance to win a little something, stocking stuffer. Don't forget, we'll be back on Wednesday with some new stories and some we'll be back on Wednesday. You know, we'll see you then, but we'll be back. We'll be back.
Yes, we will. We appreciate
everybody, and we'll appreciate you all for coming and hanging out with us. And let you go ahead, Lawrence. Go ahead.
We're out of here. Later, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. That's it. Good stream.